protect your stem cells as well.
Exactly. So really key to that component, right? Now, carnosine is maybe one that folks don't know a lot about, right? But they might not know about it, but it's in them. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, you bet. You know, we source our carnosine because what's carnosine? Nobody's ever heard of that. But it is a naturally occurring amino acid that we all have in our bodies. It's a strong antioxidant, but the thing that's really amazing about it, similar to the blueberries, is that it's used and it's been studied for extending the lifespan of adult stem cells, which is pretty profound, pretty amazing that that's what it can do. Extend the life of stem cells and ordinary cells.
Yeah, profound. I mean, these are amazing claims. Now, of course, our favorite rock star, the organic wild microalgae, Aphanizomenon floss-aqua. There's not enough good that could be said about this ingredient. I mean,
right.
It's amazing, and it's your neighbor.
Yeah, it definitely is our neighbor here. And, it's just amazing. There's been 30 plus research reports studying the health benefits of AFA microalgae. Just incredible, the things that it can do, purported to do. But one of the things that we studied for on this particular formula was after the scientists in South Florida, they studied all these ingredients and found the best ones to put in the formula. We got involved a little bit about that time. And we're like, well, we'd sure love to test this algae. And of course, adding AFA to the formula boosts that stem cell proliferation effect by a lot. It boosts the antioxidant protection by a lot. So not surprising to us who know and love it.
Yeah. And such a unique ingredient, so rare. I mean, there's pretty much one place on the planet to find it. And it's a very unique plant, to be sure. Now, the next one that I wanted to talk about, it's not something necessarily you can see. It's not a fruit out there, but vitamin D3. And this is interesting because a lot of the U.S. population is very, very low in vitamin D3. In fact, it's a very common thing to be told by your doctor or a nutritionist that you're deficient in vitamin D3, especially with our American diet and the amount of time that we spend outside as compared to what we used to. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Kevin, what's surprising to me is because our bodies can make vitamin D from sunlight through our skin. But it is pretty amazing when you look at the stats on it. A lot of people, like you say here, 90% of the people that have deficient levels of vitamin D. And I recently looked up some other data for the entire world, and it holds worldwide too. People have a deficiency. And again, the benefits for vitamin D are just from A to Z. Lots and lots of research done on this ingredient. There's a good, healthy dose of vitamin D in Renew. It's 2,000 IUs, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
If you have some time, just check it out. Look up vitamin D3, especially D3 versus like D2. D3 is it's the one that's really more bioavailable. It has the best effect for humans.
Yeah, and it's interesting because so many people, when they hear that news that they're deficient in vitamin D3, one of the first things they do is, unfortunately, they may run to a local box store, national chain box store, and just buy a bottle of vitamin D. Jerry, why is that not the best solution? Just little tablets of vitamin D3.
Yeah, well, a couple of things. Well, one is that is it the D3 form? That's the first one. The second one is, as many of us may know, is that you go somewhere and you buy a supplement off the shelf, you really may not be getting that supplement that in that product that it says on the label. And there was a study, I guess you could call it a study. The New York Attorney General a couple of years ago went and bought a bunch of products from big name retailers and found out I don't remember the exact proportion, but the vast majority of those products didn't even contain what was stated on the label.
Yeah.
So You know, don't really know what you're getting unless you buy from somebody who has a GMP certification, like an NSF independent certification.